Our Metro Legends Award winner, it goes to Coach Vern Moehrs. Manager of the Waterloo Montclair Baseball League, Vern exemplifies dedication to his sport, to a town, to the young ball players whom he has led for 59 years. Introducing him is Todd Eschman.
Vern Moehrs, everybody. Well, Vern, welcome. Welcome to the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
What a great career you've had. If everybody doesn't know, Vern, since 1961, has been a manager and a general manager. Is that the title you wore?
No, I was a manager, and I started in 1961.
For in the Montclair League, for the Waterloo Buds first, then eventually the Millers.
Right.
Which must have been a horrible transition for you. If once you got used to Budweiser, then you have to switch over to Miller.
Well, it all depends who did the best job for us.
I gotcha. So, but since 1961, and still out there barking at umpires.
Well, not exactly. I just wanted to get the edge.
Sometimes barking at the umpires is part of that, right? So I wanted to ask you about two seasons in particular. Your first one as a manager, you also were an infielder for that team, and I think you batted .411 for that club?
Right. When I started in 1961, I was a player manager. And my first year, I hit .411. You know, it was very difficult to go ahead and manage a ball club and be a player at the same time. Because the guys that you're playing with are your same age. And at that time, we had a big revolution of players coming and going, and I sort of survived because nobody else wanted the job.
So nobody else has wanted the job for 58 years? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right. It doesn't pay very well.
What keeps you in it, though, for 58 years? Seriously, though, I know you love the game. That's what's kept you in it. But,
right.
but what keeps you attached to that particular organization for as long as you've been with it?
I've had a lot of great players. And it's overstated all the time. It's the love of the game. And one of the big things I was pretty proud of is that we won which Montclair League is a great league. You can just know the people that played in it. I see some of the guys around here tonight that played in the Montclair League. One time, I started a team that had 7 guys that played pro ball. And I won 29 straight. I've always wanted to win a division championship before I win a playoff. And we won a division playoff championship 29 straight times. What you have to do, what you really need to do that, you got to have people that love to play the game and who are dedicated. It's just like my daughter's in the crowd tonight coming to honor me, and she said she spent more time sleeping in the back seat of the car than she did in her own bed.
We've heard that story before, yeah. When you're dedicated to a sport and to a team, the family has to come with you a lot of the time.
You know, besides being a baseball coach for all those years, I also had a job, you know. And we played, we can't now no more because baseball, the kind of baseball we play is slowly going by the wayside. I graduated in high school in '52, didn't go on to college, went to work. But I found a yearbook from Southern Illinois University, a friend of mine who played down there. And they only played 30 or 35 games a year. And they probably threw a couple bats and balls out there and played ball. But now, you know, baseball has now become a big business. Not only for colleges, but also for the pros. I mean, even now, no money involved. Nobody gets paid. Manager doesn't get paid. But I'm actually going out on weekends and looking at ball players to play in the Montclair League. And all teams are doing it. It's not only Waterloo, but all the teams have to do it.
And so, you know, for those of you who are not familiar with the Montclair League, it's been very competitive. It's been around for years. As Vern already mentioned, former and current pro players came through, sometimes on stops between teams, to play. So you've seen some fantastic athletes. So I have to ask you now, though, about your team from 1998, 47-1, the best team you've ever coached?
Is there any players here that was on that team? I don't want to insult them. Yes, it was a great team. And funny about that also, the pitcher that beat us that one game, I recruited him next year with us.
And did he join you?
Great pitcher in Hall of Fame.
So I'm gonna ask you, I read a former story that was in the Belleville News-Democrat when you had the occasion to throw out the first pitch at a Cardinal game. And you talked about how much you just love the game of baseball. I'm a baseball guy. I know there are other baseball guys in this crowd. So I know what the sport means to me. Can you verbalize exactly what it is that makes baseball the greatest game in the world? What does that mean to you?
Well, there's no other game better. You asked about throwing out the first pitch. I don't know. I wish everybody could get the feeling to go out there in a major league ballpark. It's totally different. And you look around, there's nobody in this, few people in the stand. But think what the stands is full. And you have to play in front of that crowd. You got to be one tremendous athlete to be able to do that.
And you threw a strike, as I recall.
Huh?
You threw a strike, too, as I recall.
Yeah.
Right down the middle. Yeah, right down the middle of the plate. Okay, is there anybody you'd like to acknowledge while you're up here and have the chance?
Yes. I like to have my wife of 61 years stand up. My daughter, Gina. My son, Clay, who played for me 18 years. And his wife, Jennifer. My granddaughter, Kennedy. And her fiance, Daniel. Okay, I got one other announcement. The guy played for me 17 years. He's also writing my biography of the league and myself, and that will be out sometime in October.
Son of a gun. Well, make sure you pick up your copy.
I want to thank the Sports Association for this honor, and I know he's got to move along.
And thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Vern Moehrs.